fair to say that you might have looked and felt like the old DeAndre Swift on in the last game, or is that overstating it a little bit?
I'm definitely feeling better than earlier in the season, but still a little banged up, but definitely feeling better.
Kirby was telling us about it. You didn't even realize that you had hurt your foot in the LSU game.
I didn't know until we got back to Athens.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Was it? He said a foot contusion, did you get stepped on or something?
I don't even remember what happened, but I just know when I got off the plane, it was hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk about that fourth quarter and the second half running game against Florida, and then what, if anything, you can carry out of that to Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah. I mean, we just did a great job second half of just first and foremost converting on third down. I mean, Jake did a great job of just putting us in the right position just to succeed on third down. I mean, offensive line did a great job of just moving their guys off the ball. So our backs, we just kept our reds right and just ran the ball.
That 21-yard run you had, kind of oohs and ahs when that guy kind of had you squared up in the hole when you made a miss. Is that all instinct? You don't even think about any of that?
Yeah, I don't think when I run, it just kind of happens. Yeah.
But when you look back on it, get a chance to watch it on film, I mean, how do you feel when you do something like that?
Good. I mean, that was full speed type of play. That's the type of stuff we work on in practice, just making people miss open field.
Would you be willing to put like a percentage of how you felt health-wise, to date, and how much you were looking for?
I mean, I was healthier than I've been, but my left foot really wasn't 100%. I couldn't really cut off my left foot, but I had a good game.
Concerning the run game, you and Elijah combined for 32 carries, I think, against Florida. Is that the kind of, ideally, I mean, I know you guys are going to do what the coaches say, but ideally, is that kind of what you're looking for, just a chance to get lathered up and do that in the run game?
I mean, yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think the more opportunities we get, it just open the game for so much more, like passing the ball, like running the ball. If we do good, it open the game up so much more. It happen.
How do you see the run game figuring into this game against Kentucky? And obviously, there's a lot riding on it.
I mean, real good. I mean, I feel good about running the ball every time, but the linebackers do a great job of plugging the hole real fast. So as running backs, we got to be more patient.
Speaking about that run that you had, what are dog yards for Coach McGee?
You said what are dog yards?
Yeah.
Like I said, making people miss, running over people, just creating yards. Like the line can only get you to a certain point, so anything you do beyond that is dog yards.
Is that something like he goes over with y'all after the game, or is it like something?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Does he? How do you quantify dog yards? I mean, does he tell you what dog yards you have, or you guys know those are dog yards?
He'll put it on a sheet of paper, like how many dog yards you had on this play, so forth.
Who's leading that heading into this point? Is Elijah leading
don't-
that, or
no,
is
we
it
don't
classified information?
We don't count it up. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Coach McGee's, as a recruiter, he's probably got a lot to do. I mean, is that a situation where he goes through and breaks that down, or is there a GA that does that? Do you know who tallies that?
I don't know who does. I just know when we come in the film room, it's a sheet of paper.
Can you? So this is for all the marbles. This game. I mean, there's no question. This is to Atlanta. Punch your ticket. What's your feelings going into the game, and just who the opponent is? I don't know whether you thought it'd be Kentucky at the beginning of the season, but they got the same record as you guys going into this game.
They got a great team over there, Kentucky. They're doing a great job, great offense. The defense is, I think, one of the best in the country right now. So we just got to really stay focused and do what we do, and I think we'll be all right.
Does your dad make it to every game?
Yeah, my parents try to make it to every game.
They do?
Yeah.
Does that get expensive, being from Philly?
Yeah.
Those injuries you talked about, how have you used those injuries as motivation to get back to where you want to be this season?
I try to get treatment like 3 times a day before practice every day. I just do the best I can off the field so I could produce on the field. Because I'm on the field, people are going to expect me to produce like I'm 100%, so that's what I try to do.
I was going to ask you if you're tired of going in the training room. I mean, doesn't that require you to get up early in the morning?
Yeah, I get up at like 6 in the morning, get treatment, come back right after class, get treatment, come back again before practice. So I got to do what I got to do to be ready to play. That's all.
Coach Infante obviously was your coach in high school. What's a lesson that you took from him that you used to translate to your role here on the team?
He helped me mature at a young age. Going into high school, I wasn't ready for that type of academic pressure I was under. He just did a great job of just helping me become a better man. I think I transferred that into college real well. I think I was real mature last year coming in here more. So he did a great job of that.
Do you still talk to him?
Yeah, most definitely. Yes.
So what are those conversations like? Are they more football focused, or are they both kind of catching up?
Kind of everything, just life in general. He'll tell me like some coaching pointers about the game. Tell me what to watch film on this, on that, because he was still watching the games. He critique it like he is my coach still. So.
Coach Smart talked about being a realist in recruiting and how he doesn't shy away from the hard work that it takes. How did he convey that message to you when he recruited you, especially with Nick and Sony here already?
Well, he did a great job of that. I mean, I came up here a couple times, so I kind of saw like what the workouts and stuff was going to be like. It's a big transition from high school to college. Coach Sinclair, the weightlifting is tremendous. It's a lot. So it was a big. Coach Smart did a great job of just relaying that message to me. He was real honest about it.
You're talking about Coach Infante. What other people growing up was big influences on you in terms of as a football player, as a person?
My dad. My dad, first and foremost, does a great job of just getting me where I needed to go when I was younger, just keeping me grounded. Coach Shaw, my high school coach, Coach Roken, Coach Sugden, all my high school coaches, they did a great job with me.
What are workouts like with your dad?
Kind of hard, real hard. I mean, I don't think he just makes stuff up in his mind as we go. But every time I go home and go work out with him, I feel good afterwards. Like I got better.
Obviously, injuries are a part of your 2018 story. You're still trying to get 100%. What's still out there for you, do you think?
Everything. I mean, I think when I'm healthy, the sky's the limit for me. But I'm getting back healthy, so I think people are gonna start seeing more of me, like exploding and stuff like that.
Obviously being from Philly, you're far away from home. How do you, stay in contact with your family on a weekly basis because you can't go home very often?
The guys, they do a great job of just coming to support me every game. I mean, I talk to my mom and dad almost every day, so the relationship is still there.
Going back to your recruiting process, Georgia has some of the best facilities in the SEC, even in the country. Was that a deciding factor for you, and what does it mean to have these types of facilities as a student athlete?
I mean, it's great, but I mean, it wasn't a deciding factor for me. Just the coaches and how honest they were with me in recruiting, because you really don't get that too much.
I think it was Prather Hudson a couple weeks ago was just talking about how many different personalities are in this running back room, especially last year with Nick and Sony. But how do you describe the dynamics of that room now, especially with you and Elijah?
I mean, we kind of laid back in the meeting room. We just all about business. Really, there's no joking in the meeting room. Really, just trying to get ready for practice and getting ready for the game. So it really ain't no joking or nothing like that.
Would you describe your relationship with Elijah as brotherly or competitive?
Both. We are competitive, but that's my brother. I mean, that's my man. We do a lot together on and off the field. So I mean, we complement each other real well. So.
After Kentucky Auburn's coming here, you obviously went up against them twice last year. The touchdown in the championship game, is that what was that like in the off season? People knowing you for that.
I mean, that's all I saw, so especially on social media and stuff. That was like the highlight of my career last year.
That Florida run for 33 looked very similar. Was it the same play? Was there anything? The hole was a whole lot bigger.
No, it wasn't the same play.
It wasn't. Yeah.
No, it wasn't the same play.
But that was talk about that run against Florida. I mean, that one looked like you were shot out of a cannon, but it included the other stuff. Broken tackle.
Lamont did a great job. I think him and Solomon had a great double team, and Lamont got off on the backer. So I just was real patient. As soon as the hole opened, I just kind of bursted through there. And Tyler Simmons did a great job of blocking the cornerback as well.
Have you adjusted to being in the South for a couple of years now?
Yeah, I've adjusted real well, I think.
What have you picked up, or what do you miss from home?
I mean, I miss home, but I like it down here. I mean, just getting the business down here, so cool.
Okra, grits. You taking those?
Okra? No, I don't eat okra.
What about grits? You tried those?
I eat grits. Yeah.
Okay. Just testing. Thank you very much.